I'm continuing on from where we last left off, and not much to say, obviously. It's your basic Fallout game so far. Haven't come across any major big impact issues like game stuttering like at all, really, unless you count the loading stuff. When you look at, occasionally you'll like have this moment where it'll stutter somewhat. The biggest issue isn't that though. The biggest issue is the fact that the enemies. Oh well, let's listen to this.
I knew this wasn't going to be the Appalachia I remembered, but mutated animals, haywire bots, no people so far. We have to be ready to rebuild in what I can confirm is hostile territory. Fortunately, Vault-Tec was prepared. You see this? The cooking station, the stash box, the workbenches, all built with the camp. You need a home base out
Interesting.
there. The construction and assembly mobile platform is designed to give you. Just add resources, planning, and a little elbow grease. When you move your camp, everything you've built is stored, ready to be placed back down in the new area. Use this to establish a foothold whenever you're in unfamiliar territory. I've left my camp behind so you can use it. I know I'm breaking my own advice by not taking it with me. But after seeing Appalachia for myself, I need to make sure every resident of 76 has a safe haven they can start from. I'll make do without it. If it's still standing, the town of Flatwoods is further down this road. Find me there. This is the Overseer, signing off.
So I actually do like how they've split all the crafting up into like their separate entities, like blunt, cutting, all that. That's nice. I actually do really do. I actually do really do like that. That's pretty neat. It makes things a little more streamlined. Uh, so that looks like a little mini thing you set up. Crafting station. Obviously, we know what the cooking station is. Hey, we can actually make some food stuff. Cool. All food, meat. Okay. Still gives us radiation. And we do get experience from cooking, so that's nice. Definitely gonna have to use a lot of RadAway stuff because, good lord, does everything give you rads? What do we got for scrap? Okay, so the way they have you scrap stuff is interesting. All the junk we can scrap. And they don't automatically scrap the beer bottles. Okay, good. That's good. I like that. So we did that. Do we have anything? I know we don't have any more leather, obviously, unless we had to scrap the stuff to get more resources. No, we do not. So we're gonna equip ourselves with what we just scrapped. No, I do not want to visit the Atomic Shop, thank you. I'm playing this game for free currently. Why do you think I would ever want to go to the Atomic Shop and spend money on what hopefully will be a better experience? Even when if and when I get this game, I am not going to spend any money at the Atomic Shop. What? Okay, that was a little bit of a stop there. So, no, we want to quit the game. That was an interesting pause. Not really the, like, most worrisome. Oh, we can't use this because this is level 5. Okay, interesting. And a baseball bat. Nice. Okay. We might as well level up while we're here before I forget. I'm probably gonna stick... yeah, let's go with luck. Why not? Yeah, I'm gonna mainly focus on doing a luck style thing here. Oh, did not even equip it. So it would help if we did that. Okay. Got some. Those are considered as throwables, so that's pretty humorous there. They look like the grenade icon. You think they'd have a little bit of a knife icon, considering they're throwing knives, but again, not really any issue with that being like that in the game. Just a fun little thing to bring up. Glowing mushrooms are very bright, obvious that they're glowing. What is this? Is this a water purifier then? Busy collecting data. Okay, so they didn't let you skip a step or anything like that. Yeah, I'll place my own cabin. I'll place my own camp when I need to. In the meantime, we're just going to be following the main quest line, I guess. Until we get into it, get familiar with the controls, get a feel for how everything's going. And then we'll really delve deep into the detective work. And be like, this here is a bug. Or, this is a bug fix. I do not know much about Fallout 76 from first-hand experience. Most of my knowledge comes from watching other streams of it, or say watching the Internet Historian's video on the fall of 76, which is a really good watch. Very, very informative about this game in particular. And it is, like, disgusting how this game was in the beginning. Hopefully they've taken steps to make it better and fix their screw-ups. 157, so this individual has been playing for quite some time, I believe. So you can tell they like the game. That looks pretty nice. That actually looks really nice. Walls take damage. Okay, so everything has health bars. That's nice to know. Now the question is, if you start doing damage to those things, will they actually take... whatever that was. So, if you actually start attempting to do damage to them, will you actually damage them, or will they just not take any damage at all because you're not currently in combat with the individual who owns that? That is the question. Mole rats are little... There's little pauses every once in a while. That's not promising. I mean, it could be just because. But I'm hoping that it's not a constant in this game anymore. Or isn't a constant in this game at all. You can still initiate the loot animation on this stuff, even if it doesn't have any loot. So that's pretty interesting. So he must be another individual like me, just testing out the free pass or whatever they're calling this. Probably do some upgrades of strength or what have you. I am exploring. I'm getting lost in the sauce that is this game. Trying to focus on following the main quest and seeing all what we come across there. Again, if it's obvious, I do not have much to commentate on with this not project, but this game so far. Interesting. Is it pre-looted stuff, or is it just that cannot be lootable? I have the voice chat turned off, so if anyone is talking to me, I'm not going to hear it for obvious reasons, because good lord do I not want to be hearing anything these individuals can come up with. I'm hoping they're not going to be saying awful things regardless of what it is, but you never know. This is an online game, and as I'm sure many of you know, people in online games can just be the funniest people around. You do not have to be in deep water to start receiving radiation at all. Your feet start getting wet, and you start to get irradiated. And you get irradiated fast. I don't like that. That mechanic is a little yikes. So I'm probably going to start writing down these little notes from time to time, so at the end of this week I can do a full thoughts video on everything and be like, okay, so these are all the downsides of Fallout 76 and these are all the upsides of Fallout 76. Hopefully there will be way more upsides than downsides, and the downsides that we do see will be few and far between. But that's something that I'm not going to be holding my breath for, because I might not make it if I do that. A pros and a cons type of thing is what I'm talking about, basically. Oh, so ammo crafting. Interesting. Okay. Crossbow bolts. That's interesting. Does it actually give you 10 adhesive? Wow, we've already been playing for an hour. So the game's at this point where it's not exactly... Yeah, it does. It just bulks it up. So that's good. I'm glad it just does that, instead of getting rid of anything. It does get rid of plastic items or what have you. Do we have any combat? What's this? Okay. Not really anything pertinent to what our detective is doing. I do love how I named my character Detective Johnson. Figured we might as well have some fun as we do this comprehensive look at 76. Not too comprehensive so far if you have been following along. Because like I said, I don't have much experience with the origin story. I'm here for the aftermath.
Is this thing on? Great. Hello, survivors of this garbage dump. I'm Sophie, and this is my stupid survivor story. This dumb shit go. Oh yeah. Before the bombs, I was a librarian, and now I can read everything
Look at me! I'm lucky. Wait, no. Maybe as one of those farmers who prepared for the end times. Some sort of religious thing. Yeah, that's right. No, I got it. I was a sweet little kid and lived off some cat food containers in a super duper mart for months near my parents' rotting carcasses.
Rough.
Nobody came. Nobody. I learned how to deal. You should too. The responders are a joke. Nobody helps anybody anymore. Get a grip. If you're not a total idiot, you'll get out of this dump before the responders get you killed. Leave the sick behind. We're better off. Trust me. Babies stay here and play make-believe, but anyone with half a brain will go up to the mountain and drop the dead weight. Delver already tried to save me. Sorry to say nobody will be around to teach you how to eat shit now, Flatwoods. Bye, suckers. Love always, Sophie.
Okay then. That's pretty interesting. Little bit of side lore there. That's always fun coming across little bits and bobbles like that. Makes you feel like the world's lived in. Makes it feel like there's actually something to a lot of different lore bits. I'm a little bit of a collector. Of things. Not going to sit here and read for 12 hours at a time because basically what I'm doing is I'm trying to collect all the things that I can that have no weight to see exactly how that will affect things in the future. That's going to be my excuse. I'm also a compulsive what's the word I'm looking for? Collector of things. Less that, more of a hoarder. I'm a compulsive hoarder. If I see something, it has to go in my inventory. If it takes up the inventory space, I put it in a chest. And then, when I run out of space for that, well, I don't know. We'll have to see when that happens. When and if that happens. Because I do not intend to be playing 24/7. I'm going to be doing this in little spurts at a time. And play for as long as I can deal with it. Take breaks, pause. Not pause, but save it. And that is a wicked looking creature right there. Kind of just let that Brahmin bounce, but I had to take a moment to look at that opossum. See, all these little creatures running around, the frogs, the opossums, everything, how it looks, that's awesome. That's the kind of stuff that I think should be in the next Fallout game. The actual Fallout game. This isn't an actual Fallout game. This is an online experience, I would call it. So, having creatures like this, like actual iguanas run around, squirrels, opossums, whatever you call them, having all that kind of stuff running around is something that I would love to see in future installments of Fallout, because it will make the world feel a lot more living. Picking up the scraps, apparently. Now the question is this NPCs that were here, or is this a part of the situation where these NPCs didn't exist at the time? Like, how do I word this? When Fallout 76 first excuse me, When Fallout 76 first came out, oh, this is definitely beforehand, because look at how old the corpses look. When Fallout 76 first came out, there were no NPCs at all.
Welcome back, dear listeners. It's time once again to put aside all you think you know, all you believe to be true. Time to open your mind to the strange, bizarre, and sometimes terrifying world that exists in the shadows and fringes of our own, where myth, legend, and rumor are made real. Yes, it's time for more thrilling tales from the West Virginia hills. Tonight's episode, Who Goes There? A Strange Encounter in Flatwoods, is brought to you by Sugar Bombs, the breakfast cereal with explosive great taste, and 100% of the recommended
One of the main
daily
things
allowance
that I'm doing the
of
holotape
sugar.
stuff for is I'm waiting to see if I run across any holotapes that will just play static. Because there's a thing that again, most of this is coming from watching the Fall of 76, where randomly some holotapes would just play static, and if you had too many holotapes, none of them would play. Let's see what happens when I just decide to play two at, well,
Just talking to this? Oh, yeah, I'm allowed
okay.
now? Okay. Hi. What do you want me to say exactly? Yeah, so just talk about how you got here and maybe a little bit about your life. This is a historic document. Go ahead, Tabitha. Okay. Okay. Okay, so, well, thanks. Okay.
Sign me up for free cooking lessons.
I've been sober for 9 days. I got here 9 days ago. My name is Tabitha. And this is my story. I just found out about everything. The war, the bombs, I just realized this was really happening. For years, I thought.
So, these are supposed, I don't know if these corpses are supposed to be from 25 years ago, or if they're supposed to be Feral Ghoul. First Feral Ghoul, nice. Anyways, as I was saying, I don't know if these corpses are supposed to be from 25 years ago, because if so, Jesus, they're really well preserved. Or if they're supposed to be like from a week ago. There's a little bit of a stutter there. There's a little bit of stutter we're coming across here, so that's consistent loading stutters and consistent like little breaks in the action like that are definitely negatives. Two negatives that we can add to this comprehensive look. So I'm probably going to head over to this area or something like that and set up a camp there. Because like I was saying earlier, I'm a hoarder and we need to put everything away. So pretty cute little holotapes so far. None of them have played static as we go along. The fact that over-encumbering doesn't slow you down but it drains your AP is actually nice. I like that. Doesn't seem to do any damage to you either, so that's nice. That would be annoying though if it did it like that.
Red Fisher was found days later, wandering by the river outside Flatwoods. He was disoriented, but unharmed, save for 2 small wounds on each temple.
I keep pressing circle to go into the map.
This strange encounter was real, and even continues to search
I do like how these holotapes have this feel of being from the 70s,
Abducted by brainwashing aliens
when all this stuff took place in 2077.
Be sure to tune in next week.
So it gives this vibe of like old-timey.
Tales from the West Virginia
I like that
Hills.
that little vibe. No, I didn't. Or did I try and loot the other feral ghoul? Regardless. Should seriously find a place to store. I don't know if all stash boxes are connected. I'm not going to risk it yet. I'm going to go through and I'm going to Nuka-Cola in a straw. Or in a cup with a straw. That's interesting. Alright, so I'm setting up my camp right in this area, I believe. Nice little flat zone right here. Right here should be fine, yep. How does one build a camp? Let's see. Okay. So the building system looks a lot more fleshed out. So wood foundation, okay, and what is this? Upper floor. Rotate, same controls for the building. Different variants, that's nice. Probably buy more different variants at the Atom Shop or whatever they call it. Connect. There we go. And we can't build anymore because we're out of wood. Might as well build this set of stairs right here. And this will be our little entrance later. Obviously, don't really... Where is ourselves a storage? Okay, so you can have your farm stuff set up. I do like how they have it set up to where you can like have little resources and like a resource zone. You set this up right here and then it's going to be making this resource. I need plans to build this object. Okay. We're going to just place our bed here, our bedroll here, what have you. Oh, I need wood for the storage. Crap. Hopefully that gave me enough wood. That was a personal mistake, obviously. Alright, now we transfer all of our stuff. We'll store all of our junk because we don't need that. And we have a bunch of weapons. Might as well store this. Anything that has low condition we'll just store. Condition goes down quick, it looks like. Need to actually equip some of this stuff too, because I'm running around without any of this what's the word I'm looking for? Whatever. Doesn't really matter. So, in all honesty, the menus and how the building looks, I like that. I like the changes that they've made to that system. That's always good to see when they actually make good changes that will potentially end up in future games. Ooh, this is a longer episode. Okay. Call it here. Continue on in the next part. See you in a minute. Well, it'll probably be a day or so for you. For me, it'll be a minute. Till then.